0 in a single day. I'm not sure the Dixper is working, you guys. Not sure. Like, it keeps trying to change things to my game, but failing. Miserably. Error launching job, Final Fantasy. Error opening event name, load event. The system cannot find specified file. So Daxper Bro is not working today. Hello everybody, how we doing? We are going to be leveling Warrior today. I cleaned out my inventory. I haven't even opened the quest. I know nothing about it. I have never played Warrior. It's not a job that I really look forward to. I have tanked. I have a Paladin that's level 78 and a Dark Knight that's level 80. Both of whom I thought were better. But I haven't actually played Warrior, so I'm wrong. I could be wrong, I guess. But I say it's the best damage dealing tank in the game. So that'll be something to find out. And the Warrior Guild. No. The Warrior Guild. Upper Decks? Marauders Guild. Right there. That's what I thought was in Limsalominsa. In case you're new to Final Fantasy, all the jobs start out at like a base level job, like Marauder turns into Warrior at level 30. So yeah. I also need to get my monster. For sure. Today's probably going to be a several monster kind of day. And I think I might even start out in my standing desk, because I'm tired of sitting. Anybody out there played Final Fantasy before? Get myself loaded. I'm not really switched. Love when I pull up Twitch and it's all like, go live. I'm like, wait, I am live. Like, hold up, wait, I'm in it. Okay, how are the game sounds? How are the game sounds? I probably ought to put on some music, because I'm sure it's going to be... chill EDM in the background. I know, I'm wearing a hat today. I mean, I wear a hat every day, but I'm wearing like the beanie hat today because it's cold. Like, but it's definitely cold. Final Fantasy is a multiplayer online role-playing game. That you basically can live in, like it's a whole different world. I feel like everything's at the Ash Castle. But there's a Marauder Guild's point. I'm dumb. I make the joke all the time. Limsa is my least favorite city. It's Brandon's favorite. If I told you I bought the book I read at work. I would say you're crazy. I don't know what you want me to do with that. I just saw it as an advertisement and thought you would like to know about it. Don't forget, I'm live streaming the Warrior Challenge today. If you're able to keep me open in a tab, that would be great. I'm off to a resounding start. These guys look mean. Apparently he gave me an axe and I did not use it. So, to Hawker's Alley. Gotta buy myself a new set of armor. Disciple of War Arms, level 1 through 0s. We need a Weathered War Axe. I love how it says that. Like, it's a level 1 axe. Like, literally anybody can achieve this, can equip this, because it's how you start. Alright, so inventory. I'm still messed up. Control I. Wow, I have a whole bunch of things in here. I should probably run back. Oh, look. I have a skill. And jewelry. A skill and jewelry. I don't know that I need armor at level 1, so we might just go naked. I've got a food buff. I'm gonna use the experience point buff. Axe Master would have you test your knowledge of your new axe in combat. Ah, you cut a striking figure, Green, but heroic posing is unlikely to cut a swath through your enemies. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us not waste time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as the benefits of a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Lim Solominza. Lost lamb, wharf rats, and ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature has fallen to your blade. Alright, so let's go chop up some pitiful little creatures. In Lower Lanosa. Oh look, they have pleasant little cues. I don't usually play in first person. Especially not when I got naked catboy butt. Oh, come on. Alright, level 2. Alright, I forgot to use my thing too. Level 3. Now you know I didn't buy level 1 armor. I need to kill lost lambs. One assumes they're out this general direction. If I click on this and click maps, it should give me a little... Oh. I went in the wrong place. Kinda, I guess. Let me set up the chocobo. We will fly on over there. Ooh, there's hunting log things, but they're level 4. Hunting log gives you free experience points, so you wanna do that when you can. The little yellow icon on top. Pardon me. It is a big axe. Ooh. Got a thing. Wild dodos. Gotta kill those guys too. Because now I have 2 buttons to smash. And this one delivers a combo with 100 and it has a combo potency of 320 if done in heavy swing. Alright, see? Level 5. Oh look, tiny mandragoras. When I played Final Fantasy XI, tiny mandragoras used to be a thing. I don't know how many Mandragoras I've killed over the years. I'm a Mandragora murderer. I think I even have the achievement. You can look up your hunting log by pressing a button. H for hunting log. See, I need bogeys, bee clouds, but these are in Middle Linosa, Middle Linosa, Middle Linosa. Digging the music. Digging. I guess it's another advantage to the standing desk. I can dance. This is no way to get warrior leveled. Sad lost lambs. I just took my naked self and went out and carved up some sheep. Guarantees that all attacks are critical and direct hits. So that's a buff. It needs to go up here. Okay, so that means the quest is now done. But the question is, do I stay out here and do my hunting log? I need bee clouds, bogeys. I feel like if I walked back to the Lozard Digs, but probably not. Small map, I should be able to find them, right? Oh, this looks like a fate. Fates are always good. Gotta stay inside the bubble. Gotta stay inside the bubble. God, these sheep are slow. Yay! I feel like it was this direction in which I was going. We're looking for the things, like there's a bee cloud. Boop! Bee cloud! I always wanted a bumper sticker that was like, I break for it, and had that little symbol. Of course, now I don't have a car, so mute point to have a bumper sticker. Alright, we need more bees. To have 3 of these bee clouds. There's another one. Alright, so now I need bogeys, wounded Atrax, grounded raider, and a mega crab. So we know the crabs are going to be around the ocean. These middle Lanessa, it's Summerfold, so they should be around here somewhere. And it's night, so bogeys. Huh. Like, that's a level 8. Try not to get both of them. I don't think I need both of them. There we go. And I was like, that person does not need my help. Cheer! There's the meat crabs. Mega crab, anyway. Give guessing. Always keep it guessing. I have to kill 3 of those too. It seems to be like a pattern for me. At least they don't aggro. Like, I'm glad that person came along when they did, or it would have been hard for me to get my hunt marks. Ooh, almost died because of the coughing. Almost got me. That one's run away. I'll give it self-preservation marks. Even though I don't think it would have killed me, but you know, hey. XP's XP! Chain bonus. Ooh, Rampart. The first tank ability. Okay, so I still need these downed bogies and grounded raiders. Bogies are usually in like caves. This looks like a fine place that one might find a bogey. However, it looks like just water sprites. So level 11 Fate, 14 Fate. Yeah, I won't really get much out of that at all. At level 8, if I didn't just die. And we know it's in Summerfold, which is over here. Summerfold Farms. I think that's the only. That just says Summerford, right? I've never noticed these before. Somebody's just like, oh, I need some good storage. Let me just put a balloon out here and platform. I can store it right there. We look out his window and check on it. Is there anything behind the waterfall? There's always things behind the waterfall. But nope, not today. Okay, so it's supposed to be around here somewhere, huh? This looks like a dank pit. Pits are good. Ah, bogeys! Found them. Found them. Just naked warrior at your service. It's supposed to be a long cutscene. Oh shit. That's what I get for being greedy. Oops. Not even like attacking anything anymore. She's an arcanist. T-Rex time, baby. Alright, so the last one we have is Grounded Raider. And it's also around here somewhere, and this probably means it's some kind of wreck of some sort. I'm guessing a grounded raider. Like, where would you see raiders? It's in Summerfold. So I feel like it has to be around here somewhere. But you know, I say that, and then I'm like, maybe not, because it's usually pretty far away from the city when that thing happens. I guess I could Google it. What do we... oops, hunting log. Grounded raider. There's always one, isn't it? The descent. So they're saying it's right in front of us. Oh, this is some serious music. I was all like getting intense. Yeah, I definitely just came through here. Pretty sure not over here, because there's the descent. See, I was digging the music until we got lyrics, and then it's like, what? Like, that was near noise. Okay, so... I've missed them. What have you? Everybody said it was kind of around this little hook area. But that's the wounded Atrox. Of course, I see a little. There it is. Shit. I'm gonna die. I didn't call my chocobo, 'cause I'm out of glacial greens. No, there is. Chocobo would make my life complete. Chocobo. The Chocobo song. He's my friend, the Chocobo. This is Smokey, guys. He's our friend. Oh my gosh. I wish I had an AoE. That would be nice. Oh god, they're gonna kill Smoke. They're gonna kill Smoke. They killed Smoke. He stunned me. I found that upsetting. So let me put these here. Oh my god, they come back. I'm so gonna die. Try to finish him off. Oh. Chocobo saved my life. Still might die. Smoke, save me. I was like, he definitely cured himself, not me. Maybe he was trying to get hate, unsure, because it seems to be working. He just cured himself again. At least I have Chocobo Regain, that's what's important. It's the Regain. Okay, so yeah. Let's go back to finishing our quest here. Damn it. Keep clicking the wrong buttons. Alright, I guess I'm gonna sit down now. I'm getting too old for all this. Food buff. Don't I have it? Oh, I thought I had it on. I guess it's worn off. I did have one. Thank you, though. I'll have to swing back by my house and pick it up again. Skilled. I was just out completing the hunting log, but I definitely had it on because I have a whole bunch of food at my house, like, you know, those I mean, I think I pretty much continuously smoke, so there's that. Sorry I missed your first time. The Pretzel Rocks putting stuff in chat makes me leery. Like, I miss it. Like, I miss things. Especially in Final Fantasy, it's not like it's a whole lot of action, but when you're doing, like, battle and stuff, you definitely want to... Actually, I wonder if it'll let me use this Heat of Battle 3. Not now. I should have had them do that yesterday. Be like, oh, because so, you know, 15% is a lot. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. All right. So the Axe Master wishes me to experience the traditional Marauder training method. Green, you approached me with Marauder strides, determined, unswavering, and bereft of hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased the time has come for you to begin a new stage of your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius or the dagger? It's the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade. It's an overwhelming power that can be properly dictated by extraordinary physical strength. Directed by extraordinary physical strength. Thus, we come to the core of today's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through generations of the guild, a method that you, too, shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Broadenbear in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. The downstairs? Where are the downsteps? I'm guessing probably this way? Or no? Okay. There was a Marauder buff sign at the top. That's why I assumed that was a thing. I don't know what to tell you. Bronbar. The Axemaster told me you'd be on your way. Oh god, I fucking hate their pirates. Doing the pirate accent drives me nuts in this game. Your name's Broader. Me name's Broadbur. Good it is to meet a new Marauder. God. Now an axe wielder's build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing rocks with your axe. Same here. Run. Rock out. Rock out. Speaking of smoking, I'm definitely gonna do a little bit of that while we're here. Thanks for stopping by. Have you played Final Fantasy before? Is that how I found you in the first place? Or is it some other game that brought you to my channel? Mr. Metamucil. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Metalsameta? I'm probably doing that wrong. It makes me think I'm Metamucil. Not to be offensive, I love Metamucil. Take it every day. Sponsor me, Metamucil. Oh, it's HK. What up, bruh? What up, bruh? I forgot. I mean, that's how you know. It's been a minute, because I forgot. Aren't you supposed to be in bed? Not that I don't appreciate you viewing. Thank you. But you can't just use any old swing. You'll need to hit the rock just so. Rotterdam, a fellow marauder, is waiting outside the Zephyr Gate by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. It's probably going to be this one. Because this is a level 5 quest. I just went a little overboard my hunting log while I was already out there. I guess I really should get some food on my personage. I probably should just run over to the Free Company house and pick up some of the stuff that was all up in that chest. Rock break time. I assume you've already leveled warrior, right? I feel like I'm the last one on the world to do warrior. My progression was DPS into healers, into tanks, because I really feel like tanks are kind of advanced Final Fantasy stuff. If you're a new player, I would not recommend you start as a tank, just because tanks are like the leaders, like they're the ones who run into battle. So like if you don't know what you're doing, people are gonna look at you like, why aren't you? What's happening? Not really, because Final Fantasy is non-judgmental, really, truthfully, but not really. So really, not really, you know, it's one of those kind of things. So what is this? Oh, that does not look like a tail. Determination, vitality, and direct hit rate. Sure, it'll do. That'll do, pig, that'll do. Alright, so then back to Limsa Lominsa. Oh, you're waiting to fall asleep. That's fair. That's fair. I tell people all the time that I'm a great thing to have on as you drift off to sleep. I have been told that I have a very soothing voice, and I'm very rarely excited enough to cause, like, animated outbursts that might disturb your sleep. So you can just leave me on while you sleep, and it'll be a fun journey through Dreamland. Alright, so we're going back to the Zephyr Gate, is what we wanted. My back's killing me already. I need to get up and stretch that out. For somebody who's trying to speed run to 80, I definitely am not doing it very efficiently. It'll get better as the dungeon starts happening. We all know it's gonna get better once the dungeons start. I mean, lullaby and good night. Go to sleep, little player. Your games are done for the day, but you have to sleep for tomorrow. I never noticed the big mountain in the background. Look at the mountain, like, putting off smoke and stuff. Like, it's all the little things in life I love about Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's when the speed splits. Yeah, right. Like, the first 30 levels are the slowest. And maybe the last two, actually, quite frankly. The last... Oh, you like that one? I got that one from the Mogul Tombstone event. Greetings, lad. Ready to split some stones, are ye? I've 3 nice hard rocks for you built a sweat up on. Don't try nothing fancy now. Just hit them with the good old solid heavy swing. So we're hitting rocks. I feel like that's definitely a warrior thing. But wouldn't this like mess up your axe? Like, I feel like this would mess up your axe. Guess that's why I didn't put on my new one yet. That's the way to do it, lad. And now you got the idea. Why don't you have at 'em a little harder with the heavy swing? No holding back. Alright. Now there's more rocks. I don't understand why this is a thing. But level... Use heavy swing. So it's the same thing I did before. It's not even like using the other skill I earned. I didn't have to like use the crit skill I earned. I'm very confused. Very confused. I still forgot to use the food I got. Hi, I can see you're a natural. My head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself to Axmaster Wurzen and let him know you're ready for something harder. So that was the quest. Shut up. But magic axe, I suppose. That's fair. It is a magic axe. And I mean, like, we do hit a lot of hard monsters. So, I mean, one assumes that your axe is harder than the monsters. And you would assume these monsters that are, like, what about the one in, oh, what's the dungeon where you have to go through the sand pits? Frick. You know which one I'm talking about. The one that has all the holes, the shifting sands, you have to move down levels. Cutter's Cry. Like, surely that worm has to be harder than a rock, because it eats rocks, you know. Alright, so we're going to Marauder's Guild. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, Green? An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster's Stead, and I have chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs is unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outgoing as official marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Solquab. She awaits you on the floor below. May devastation follow in your wake. Well, that seems abrupt. And also, did I get experience points for that? Like I'm trying to get level 10 before I bother, but I guess it doesn't matter. I have gloves now. I thought it gave me an axe. Oh, I guess he will once this quest is done. I was like, I'm pretty sure she gave me an axe, but I guess I haven't completed that quest yet. Oh hey, I know her from other stories. Ah, Green. I know who you are. My brother often had me escort his fledgling marauders on the more dangerous tasks. I suppose Wezrin expects me to give you the details then. Very well. It seems the farmers need us to clear out a megalocrab nest near the mooring widow in Lower Lenosa. I shall trust you to find your way there. Just don't forget your axe. Literally all I have. I have axe and gloves now. So, there's that. I'm so glad that I can fly now. For all you people who are joining... Cutters Cry, you're right. And such devastation. I mean, devastation seems to be a thing in this game. They like that word. Devastation comes in many forms in this game. Many. How are the music levels, HK? Is the music too loud? I feel like it ebbs and swells. All can be adjusted, my friends. In case you're new to the game, what I just did, I turned that on to be tracked, so it would put it at the top of my list, and it would put a little icon on the minimap to tell me where to go. Because, like, as you can tell, I'm one of those people who picks up all the quests, but doesn't finish the quests. Thank you, Sir HK. One of the things I dislike most about Final Fantasy is I'm only allowed to have 30 quests open at a time. I personally would go through the game and pick up every single solitary quest, and then I do quests as I walk around the map. Like when I see little bubbles and things, you go over to it and you finish your storyline. Like, I feel like that's kind of how the game is meant to be played. Like, if you're role-playing this game, you're an adventurer. You don't get to just run around and do specific quest things. I mean, like, the teleportation rates are going up. They've already said that. And I don't want to be poor, just for the record. That's all we're doing there. I don't want to be poor. Ooh, cutscenes. Looks as if nobody's home. Mayhaps they knew we were coming? Aid! I need aid! Oh no. Pant. Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers got him. I'm told Sigrid not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, Green. We need to move. Now! In case you're wondering what other quest I'm referring to her, she plays prominent in either the Armor's Guild or the Blacksmithing quest. She commissions you to build a axe for one of the gladiators as the blacksmith, I think. I think it's blacksmith because it's an axe, so that makes sense. Ooh, it level sinks to 9. How convenient, because that's where I'm at. Oh no. Ah, bugger and shite. Get away from me, you bloody great bastard. I think the crafting quests are some of the best stories in the game, quite frankly. Like when I finished the botany quest, did you just finish that, right? I assume you've done the story for Botany. I don't want to ruin it for you if you haven't done it yet. Ah, Bugger Strike, get away from me, you bloody great bastard. I was coming all naked. I got this. He's hiding himself from my nakedness. That's really what he's hiding from. He's like, yep, run away from Crazy Cat Boy. This guy's obviously nuts, but if he wants to die, I'm out. Finding the Samel. I don't know what that means. I wish... Maybe I should probably got rid of these first. Oh, this is gonna be an easy one. I don't even have the tank stance yet. Do not get that till 30. She's taking a lot of hits. If I was a tank, this would be rough. Gotta practice my tanking skills, I guess. Some of these bastards are harder than the damn boulders. It does surprise me how often they cuss in this game, but it's always in Limsa. I feel like Limsa's the pirate ones. The Crystarium delivery missions. So wait, is that the quest for unlocking the Crystarium delivery missions? I did not use the Crystarium delivery method, delivery missions to level my crafters. I leveled my crafters slowly over the first year. Like, I don't think I even really paid to do anything until like level 50 plus, maybe, because I used to do the dailies for my free company. I would just sit down and make 2 of every one of those items that were in the dailies, because if you can make 1, you can make 2. And then I would sell 1 and give 1. Especially if you get high quality items. Those things that sell for the free company missions sell so great because people are so lazy. You can just go to the market board, buy it, and put it up there. Which sometimes it's cheaper to do that than make it, because sometimes it's the wrong thing. But it's always worth making because they always are more than the ingredients at the very minimum. Thank you, Master. I thought I was dead for sure, Mister. I guess I have a complex. I probably shouldn't say things like that. I can't even play outside no more, with what all these scary monsters about. Me and Ma and my dad, they both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An Atrox, big as a mountain. But I bet you could beat it. I make it pay for what it did to me, folks. You take it easy now, son. There's a whole guild full of strapping lads that lasses like green here. They'd be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa and let us worry about that big nasty bugger. I bet that's gonna be in my quests in the future. That's what I did. At least until they are level 21, then I do the Iscard Restoration. Oh yeah, Iscard Restoration's new since I've leveled crafting too. Like when I leveled crafter, because I'm so old school, we didn't have Ishgard Restoration then. I mean, I guess maybe we had it, but it wasn't as good as it is now. But we might not have had it. I didn't use it to level, and I totally regret that. Especially my gatherers, like gathering stuff in What's the instance? Oh, it's been so long. Consider your first duty a success. The firmament. That's what it is. Cream, it's time you headed back to as well. Before it wasn't begins to worry, you left your course for the crabs. Yeah, salute to you. Got through it the easy way. Oh, the diadem. I was close because the firmament is the incense. It's the incense inside the instance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of leave quests. But I also crafted for fun. Like, I made a lot of money crafting for fun. Like, you make things extra. And, like, when you get into the Ishgard Restoration, like, the level 80 plus, where you have to have the perfect gear, the perfect runes, the perfect... even if you miss... Like, you don't get that excellent condition in the first 2 turns, you might as well give it up because you missed it. Like, that, like, some of these things are so hard. You have to do perfectly in order to get. That I kind of understand. I totally get that. Totally get that. I mean, wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Guess we're heading back to the Guildmaster. I'll try not to crunch in your ear. I have one Scott Steel weapon that I have not improved. Just have the weapon. I think this is the one that's been through 1 phase. I think it's been through 1 phase of upgrade, so it's better than the other ones. So I have like the Scott Steel round knife, Scott Steel hammer. And that's a really interesting question on my thoughts. Are you a warrior, like Warrior of Light? So, you already have a couple of 80s. It's your favorite city. I literally mentioned to you earlier when I was in this, and I'm like, I fucking hate Limsa. Fucking hate it. But at least the Marauder skill's easy to get to, so fair enough. Oh no, I forgot. Though no longer a threat to the farmers, you should know that it's unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. I bet it's that Antronk. The beast of which I speak is known as the terror of the lands of Lenosa, ever seeking to expand its territory. Oh, nope, it's us, actually, humans. And that boy's parents were but 2 of many victims to fall to its rampage, and its threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance flit through your mind, Green? Nurture those urges, but do not yet act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you would answer the lad's cry for revenge, then you must grow stronger. Become a raging behemoth, for this challenge demands. And then I have to pick one. I'm probably going to pick this one. Did it really not even give me enough experience points to get to level 10? Like, for real? Even with the buff, even with the food, even with completing my hunting log in between, that did not give me enough experience points to get to level 10. What the front door? I'm real mad about that, actually. Now I really look the part. Looking that part. Okay, so I need, like, to kill 2 more things. Damn it, man. Oh wait, I bet I could do a guild heist. Nope, gotta be level 10. Damn it! Back to the farms. At least I already have all the teleports and things unlocked. Redoing this character, like I went back to make a new character myself, and I think that's the hardest part is you have to unlock flying, and you have to unlock all of these aetherytes. Like you physically have to walk to all of them again. I'm not a huge fan of walking. Just not. I mean, like, and if you started a new character, you'd have to even first 20 levels, you'd be walking, like literally walking all this. Gross. Is there a fate? I think I should go to fate. That's a level 8. Oh, this is that same one we did earlier. I don't know if I can do that one by myself. Guess this one up here, level 12. It's not gonna count either. I guess I should just kill some stuff instead of walking around looking for things. Oh, he's already here. It's alright. He's gonna be around for a long time, I'm sure. Oh, I should have went back to the place with the... Set your chocobo to healing only. You should be able to solo most fates. You're probably right. You're probably right. Canyon. Where's Stance? Ooh, a difficulty rank unlocked. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, this is finally my AoE. And Defiance that's my tank stance. Got it. Why that move? That needs to be in. Actually, this should probably be in. Not bad. Yeah, I probably should put this. Put the stances from Chocobo. Is that other person getting wrecked here already? Oh, Paladin. The Beast Gauge unlocked. This symbol indicates a defensive stance, Defiance, in which increased oh, this is just a gauge that tells you have that on. I don't even see it on here anywhere. I feel like, is this, oh, there it is. Like, wouldn't this be enough? I don't get it. I don't know. 1/8 of the way done, right? It's only taken me an hour to get the first 10 levels. So by that math, obviously I should have probably just teleported back to Limensa. By that logic, this should only take 8 hours, right? I mean, if I make 10 levels an hour, it should only take 8 hours. Oh, the next level hunting log unlocked. Difficulty ranked. And these are all in Lower Lenosa as well. Rude. I think I started in Lower Lenosa when I was supposed to start in Middle Lenosa. That makes no sense to me. Alright, Marauders Guild. Hopefully the next one will have pants. Are we stuck? What's happening? Ethernet, Marauders Guild. I think I just had some lag there. I couldn't get the Aetheryte to load. It just wouldn't. I was clicking on it, nothing was happening. Wiseron, is that his name? He wishes to speak to me regarding my ongoing training. Green, I have gathered what information I could concerning the beast that young Singhard bade you slay. The tales of this creature, Khanjita. Those who have witnessed Khanjita in the terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain. Such is his immense size and bulk. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But to topple this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. A single step towards a distant goal, I send you to blind iron mines. We have had word that folk are falling prey to the claws of local Galagos. It is your task to protect the weak from those unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you and let your axe blades sing in righteous slaughter. This guy's super intense. We're talking like next level intense. Is there an easier way? Alright, I think if I go out the Zephyr Gate, then I can just cut across there. It'll be the easiest way. So I'll just come out sure. Zephyr Gate. Luckily I have a Chocobo who's perched on the rock. Alright. Oops. I really wish just the more and more I think about it, I'm like, I really wish I could have more than 30 quests. I gotta steal 3. Oh, and they're like the worst, because they're not all, you're like, oh, I got a cone AoE. No. Nope. I should have put him in free stance so we can do a little bit of both. And that's it. Like, when these teleport fees go up, I'm gonna be like, these quests are dumb. They're costing me more money than I'm making. Which, you know, as somebody who's got lots of gil, I feel like the inflation rate is a thing. But I don't really also just don't buy things if I wanted to buy things. Oh, damn it. I keep forgetting that I wish to read these to you. The foodstuffs spilled from overturned Wayne have attracted all manner of hungry petitioners without produce. Yeah, but I feel bad for taking too many quests at the same time. Why do you feel bad? It's not like there's a limit on quests. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like this one guy's only gonna give... I don't know. They haven't told us specifically how much it's gonna go up. Sidetracked. Like, each quest giver can give everybody the quest. Like, everybody can have all the quests at all the times. So what's it matter for having a whole bunch? And I don't know how much the teleport prices are going up. It's because they said something about it in the live letter update that they were going to increase, but not to what. And I'm sure it's going to be because it's distance based apparently. So however far you're going is how much it's going to be more appropriately. Probably because of the moon. They probably want it to be ridiculous to go to the moon. So they're probably just trying to take some of the guild out of rotation. Let me just reread that whole quest data since I really don't know what we're doing, and it's on this one. After returning to Axmaxer, where you learn that the Khajiit has been on a destructive rampage through the lands near Tiller's Rest, to find the overturned Wayne in the middle of Lenosa, and slay the Plain Striders that seek to devour exposed cargo and foodstuffs. So more of the murdering things. Seems like there's trend here, murdering of things. But I mean, warrior. What did you expect? Maybe I'll stop this pretzel, because I forget how pretty the music is in Final Fantasy. Turn it up since I'm gonna be in here all day. Let me know if it's too loud for you guys. Just felt bad, like agreeing to help, etc., and not getting it done. But I mean, like, when you talk to the NPCs, most of the time they're like, "Oh, it's been so long since I've seen you last. How's that quest I asked you to do many moons ago?" Like, they expect it to take you a long time. Like, if you were going to be like an average citizen in this world and walk from one end to the other, it would take you forever. So I mean, like, they probably look at travel like we do in real life. If I asked you, like, alright, I got a cousin in California who needs to get this Dungeons & Dragons piece, can you take it out there when you go? Like, I know you travel around the world, so you're probably gonna stop through California at some point or another. Just drop it off at the airport, and, you know, she'll meet you there or something. You know. So that was my only thought process. I feel like they're expecting us to take a decent amount of time. Oh, the crit works on my AoE too. That's nice. That's nice. Oh my god, they're still coming. Did I turn that off? Turn it off. Back to the Guildmaster. I mean, the world is. I think they've crafted a beautiful world here. For real, they've crafted a beautiful world, and it's designed to spend a lot of time in. I looked at it today when I logged in, and I'm up to like 2,000 hours of gameplay on this thing. Granted, that's been over several years, but still, 2,000 hours of my life I've invested into this world. I give directions in this world like I give directions in real life. Like when somebody's like, "Where is this?" They're like, "Oh, just use the teleport to go to Lemensa, and then take a right off of the thing, and the auction house is right there." You know, like it's weird. It's weird. That's why I mean, I definitely see a lot of videos lately where people being like, "New people come into the game. This is that like catch you up," and it's like 2 hours long, and you're like, "Well, that's fair." But I could see it being overwhelming for a new player to come into it at this point. I wouldn't do it. I'm not sure I'd start over again. I'm just gonna read the caption. Oh, well, that was the end. We got it. I should have read it. My bad, guys. I'm horrible. I'm fired. So fired. Maybe I should get some shoes. I didn't have shoes. I should get some shoes. Oh. Got all kinds of stuff this level. Look at that, I have a full set of armor. I'm not naked anymore. I'm ugly as sin, but not naked anymore. Did he just give me an axe? I feel like they just gave me an axe. Oh, but my inventory's full, so it's probably in here. Indeed. Indeed. I guess this is what I'm using, so I'm gonna just desynthesize some things here. Fully clothed, right? You get to a certain level and you're like, oh, fully clothed, thanks. What level is my monk these days? My pugilist. That one. Darn it. I sort the. Cancel. I'm doing. D's. Another perk to crafting. I don't have to run around and find all my. Like, I don't have to find that NPC to clear my inventory space. So where is the one that I currently have equipped on the monk? One of these should be a monk. Love how colorful your armory chest is. Oh, colorful? Oh, just because like the weapons, all the blues and purples and greens. Is yours not? I guess I'm a crafter, so I usually have. I don't know. They get the green stuff from dungeons, and then like the blue stuff from quests. I feel like the blue stuff is most of the poetic gear. Whoop, naked again. Yep, problem solved. Oops. Curses. Okay, so I'm gonna just switch back to the Marauder set. Then I'll update it, and it's got the new axe in there now. So we'll go ahead and just refresh it now. Okay. So, now the hard part, because I'm at level 11, and your first dungeon is not until 15 at Sastasha. So, guild heist? Ooh, and it's gonna queue. Alright, well this is an opportunity. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. It's literally gonna take me 30 seconds. And I guarantee you, the queue will pop while I'm in the bathroom. I guarantee it. Ugh, well, color me wrong. You guys get all your money back, because that guarantee did not happen. Did not happen, guys. Like, I think everybody should look outside right now to make sure it's not the apocalypse, because surely that has to happen. Definitely, I need to fix my hotbars a little bit here. I need to remove this guy. And this guy. Just kidding, I should have not done that. I used to have him over here. I used to have another button. I feel like I like my enemy lists here. Tank purposes. And I already have hotbar 3 activated. Hotbar 5 settings. Making sure you can see it. I would like to make this a 4. Gotta put it over here. Should put it over here. This need to be. I'm gonna play around with that, but I need to put some general action. I don't have a limit break. Not that you ever really use a limit break as a tank, but you never know. You should probably have it on the button just in case. The return, teleport. And I need to duty gauge. Duty action? Don't know what that is. Important emotes too. See, I have emotes already over here. Well, and I definitely have to. I had to teleport right there, not return. So I guess I really didn't even need the second hotbar. I hardly ever use my return. I could probably get rid of one of the emotes for the return, or I'll just leave it for more emotes. I'll just leave it for more emotes. I was gonna. How do you make it disappear? There's an option for that. Beast gauge. Also feel like it's kind of irrelevant. I can't believe my Q hasn't popped yet. As a warrior, like what the front door? Could just teleport somewhere. Oh, I should do my hunting log, huh? Yeah, I should do a hunting log. Lower Lenosa, the Gods Gripped. Oh, my back is already killing me today. Important to do your chair yoga. Gotta do your chair yoga every day. Flex it out. Keep it breathing cool. Everybody loves a good deep breath. I think that's why I like smoking, because I feel like you get deep breaths for that. I know everybody makes it. It's like what, but you kind of do. You get deep breaths for that. All right, so I can't track this because we're not on a thing. Also, the God's Grip is right here. I'm in just a perfect spot for it. Wonderful. Oh, that scared me. I was like, ah! I'm going the wrong way. I am going the wrong, kinda the wrong way. Marshmallow Puff. I love riding this while I have on like the samurai dresses, so you can look right up the skirts. Just woo! Not that there's anything to see, but it amuses me the way they ride this thing. Like, it's not very ladylike. And this is really on my nerves. Like, is this the pet het bar? Yes. And like, why does it change this to 1? And then still make this... It's gonna get rid of that. I don't have pets. I am excited for the new summer though, I will say that. Alright, so we're in the God's Grips, and we're looking for fireflies. Are they like in the God's Grips? Oh, probably not. lot of times they're just along the walking path. It's level 30. Well, no, it's level 3. I was like, wait. Toads. But these are all level 4 stuff. This is that riding animation, right? It's ridiculous. It's worth a Google. $26.37. We are currently at $25.22. It says 37. That's way down that way. I feel like I used to be faster. I don't know why. It must be over here. They made this pretty. They want to make sure that some of us go over here at least. Where's this? This says the Salt Strand. But there's some people we need to murder. With the murdering. What, missed? Didn't know you could miss. How many of these things do I have to kill? 4. No, it looks like I'm gonna get more than 4. Might as well get it for the experience points, right? I don't have this on anyway. It better start healing me here. Come on. I'm out of cooldowns, buddy. Thank God for chocobos. And giant flying turtles. So, fireflies said 30, said 20, 26.37. Row 37. 26, it must be over there somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, the chair just broke again. Did it? Yeah. Thanks for being on top of it. still got 36 minutes left on the squadron buff. Are there fireflies? These look like fireflies. Look at all the fireflies. What's the deal with the rock? There's a rock. Oh, of course. As I'm trying to get my fireflies. We have time. I only need 3 of them, right? This is 3 right here. We're gonna do it. Give it a shot. Sean Smash. Oh, it's supposed to be 4. I don't have to. I didn't get. It was supposed to be 4. Somebody remind me not to forget to kill one more of those things when I pop out again. And you know it could happen, then I'll just forget. Alright, as Bachman sustains damage, he will summon Akin to fight his side. Those tasked with protection of the party should focus on directing enemy away from their companions. The more enemies there are on the battlefield, the higher the chance of the party casualties. So I'm just supposed to attack things, I guess? Got it. Yeah. See, that's why I don't like the hook. I don't like that. Yay! Basically, like every other battle, you have to do is tank. Give me all that go. Easy one. Okay, one more. At least they have little things on it. Ooh, I got low blow. Not like that. I guess it's the stun. It's pretty useful. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so that was level 12. Which means... I thought that was something that you could do at level 12. Really did. I haven't done the basic training stuff. Or is that the one I just did? That's the one I just did. Have not done that one, so... Did you get a level 15 to finish that one? Alright, hunting log. I feel like I saw those. This is one of my favorites. I love the sound. And the way like it like when you take off, the wings pop out, it makes the noise. I love that. It's also why I like the mogul weapons. Like, there's a Gaboo. Oh, it does have that. I feel like it didn't have that on there before. And we're in that level 3 fate, still here. Which I guess I might as well do. You know, sometimes there's achievements and things for doing these. I'm probably saving children. I think it looks like I'm saving children. I mean, 840 experience points is 840 experience points. So I still need to find 4 more of these gaboos. Gaboos. I feel like they're pretty big. Yeah, they're pretty big. Excuse me. There's a Sprout. Although half time I see a Sprout, at this point I just assume there's somebody making a Smurf account. Like, 20 million people already play this game. I just can't imagine more people wanting to play this game. Everybody else I tell is like, I can't. I don't want to play a game. I don't like RPGs. And I'm like, I respect it. If you don't even like the genre, you probably wouldn't like this either. So I need 1 more Gooboo. Here, Gooboo, Gooboo, Gooboos. Here, Gooboo, Gooboo, Gooboo. And all the bird mounts are cool. Bird mounts are so cool. Look badass on a bird mount, no matter what you're doing. Badass. Gooboo! Perfect timing. See, trust in the bird mounts. In case you're wondering why that didn't proc, it's because I missed. I don't know how I have a giant axe and he's a giant Gooboo and I missed, but okay. A fat dodo. Alright, dodo meat's on the menu, boys. Looking for some dodos. I want to say they're over here. I've killed many fat dodos in my life. These are wild dodos. They're not fat ones at all. That's misleading. The Quarterstone. Which is where exactly? Stone. I'm gonna go Blind Iron Mines, check it out. Western. Oh, it says Western. Oh, right, you got me. Good call. I'm so glad you're here. You're so helpful. Is this how all the professional streamers get amazing? Is they have all their streamers helping them out? That's just how they're amazing. They're like, oh yeah, you missed all this crazy shit over here. Oh yeah, I did. So this one's in Lower Lenosa in the God's Grip, and we're looking for moles. We were down there before. I didn't see any moles. It's a weird, pointy horse. It's a weird, pointy electric horse. I just don't know if I would ride that if I was... I don't know if I would. I don't think so. I love that you can see other people flying around in the world. Where'd he go? I guess he went somewhere else. Alright, where we go? We're in the right direction. We're still happening. We're looking for moles. Mole. Yeah, but their chat are like 99% trolling and only 1% is actually helpful. I mean, I don't know. I've not experienced a whole lot of people trolling the game for me. I've not experienced that. I never noticed either. Like, they have rock netting. Like, what kind of detail is to think about that? They'd have to put some rock netting up to prevent the rocks from falling off? Like, in a video game, you wouldn't have to, but they did. But they did. Alright, we're looking for moles. There's some moles. must have flew right by these. How many I gotta get? Let's get them all. Nice. I love seeing all those big numbers. The crits are amazing. That skill speed though. I hope that gets better as it gets older. I was gonna say it better have worked, because I'm pretty sure that was a thing. Hey, there's a ruffled dodo. Let's go ruffle some dodos. Despite being surrounded on all sides by the sea, freshwater remains difficult to come by on the brand. What is it? Which is why a few springs do exist, but they must be protected at all costs from being blighted by dodos and jackals who come to drink. Oh, so I have to kill all the things. I have to kill all the things. Just stick him on hunger stands and I'll just collect them all. Gotta catch 'em all. Like, how many of these do I have to kill? All the experience points. Oh my god, you also have to target it. It's a targeted cone. Oh, I hate that. Because I mean, like, Paladin and Dark Knight, you can just spam their AoE and walk through. I find that rude. I can't just swing my axe in a cone before me whenever I feel like it. Ooh, I got a challenge log complete as well. Still 13. We're getting there, you guys. Getting there, you guys. I guess I could go do a leave or two while I'm waiting for this queue to pop. Bonsai? Oh, it won't let me, really. It won't let me jump, but if I turn into fly and then drop. It's still like, come on, there was even a lip. I am Store Sergeant First Class Eugene Rivers, charged with issuing Grand Company leave quests. Maelstrom leaves? These are level 21. Level 20. Don't know if I can do 20 at level 13. I really didn't think this was so high. Oh, maybe I should try the leave mate one. That's the Grand Company issuer. Cat butt. Catboy butt? Catboy butt. Well met. Let us find a leave that suits your talents. These are also level 20. Oh, hey, nice. Catboy butt. Just when we were starting to wonder. Enemies and parties will attack once. Try to avoid engaging more than one party at a time by keeping an eye on the knockbacks. Go to spots you he'll order all the other enemies to attack. Okay. Specifically told that person not to attack both at a time, and they certainly did. Certainly did. Have I gotten them all? Maybe I should move this to the other side. I really can't see it. You're the high surround. It's almost complete. Glorious battle. Okay, I was like, what? Okay, so still not level 15. Still not level 15. So lead quest it is. But we said this was 12. This was 20, which is too hard for me. You know what I said? I'm gonna give one a shot and see what happens. Oh my god, tell me it's not an escort quest. Please tell me it's not an escort quest. Didn't even look at it. Now the spawning season has come close to a whole new generation of big claws. He's ready to step from the sea and wreak havoc on the coastline. The aid of adventurers is required to see local fishers and farmers remain free of crabs' deadly grass. Remember, only one method of distinguish a big claw from megalocrabs is using a core of a lightning sprite. When you shocked crab, oh, I've done this one before. You can go to the Limsa Inn. Yeah, I know. I just didn't. I was being lazy. I was just being lazy. Because, I mean, like, it's only 7 levels above me. You think I'm going to be able to do it? What do you think, guys? Might as well. It's only death, right? And there's very little, like, death problems here. Because I'm supposed to kill lightning, and then I have to use a core on it, use a key item. But I feel like you have to get it from these guys. But I feel like there has to be a specific lightning crystal. Oh no, the jackals got me. Oh, there's 2 wild jackals. I feel targeted. It's a hate crime. Good luck landing a hit, yeah. We're gonna hope that the Chocobo saves my life. And you feel like it's a giant axe. Like, come on. There's another suspicious looking... I really thought there was... I feel like it's just gonna... See, I can hit it. Oh, look at it. He missed me. Oh, Chocobo, you always stand right in the middle. I try to get it to where it doesn't do that, and it's still just... He wants to be right next to me, which is not good. I was gonna say, that did not... Like, it says I have to use lightning cores. I feel like I have to kill a lightning... Oh, okay. I was gonna say... I thought they were special ones. Ooh, I missed on that one. Definitely missing a lot. I wonder if you hit more with these. Makes sense that you would hit more with your AoE. Like, it's hard to damage an AoE, dodge an AoE, right? But it only does 14 damage a hit versus 24, 43 if I hit it. I obtained a lightning core. Like, how in range do you have to get? Okay. And a miss. And a miss. And a miss. And a hit. And a double hit. That was a solid miss. One hit. So now I just have to go find another lightning. Wujudutsuts. Oh no. Both wild jackals have found me again. All three wild jackals. Chocobo just stood there and took it. I think the Chocobo likes it rough. They hunger for Catboy, it makes sense. Dog, jackal, I mean the dog-cat thing seems to be a, like, you know, a recurring history throughout theme. Okay, so there should be a lightning thing around here somewhere. It's in the same spot it was before. Like, so, one lightning thing. There's only one lightning spawn point. Nice. It's a good thing I'm not trying to rush through this or nothing. Come on! We're gonna say the first 15 levels is the slowest? Or is it the last 10? Oh no, there's a wild jackal up here too. There's several wild jackals. But they're not that bright. Not that bright. Just go ahead and myrtle it. I need, not like I don't need the experience points anyway. Let's see if the suspicious crab is suspicious enough. He is indeed a suspicious big claw. Quite suspicious. I just, again, am kind of surprised at how I can miss anything with a giant axe. To be fair. Wild jackal. Might as well kill it while I'm here. These wild jackals need to be put down. Not that hungry. Right? I mean, they had all those dodos earlier. Collect my reward, please, sir. Okay, we're up to 14. The bloodlust. The bloodlust. So, I mean, I just did level 20. That seems okay. Is it a belt? It's a level 20 belt that I could wear? Better than the one I have? Indeed. Everybody likes this one. It's very penis-like. Actually, oh my god. Like, as I said that was funny. That was too funny. Initiate. Confirm. Investigating destinations. Right? So that's perfect. I love it when things work out for me. Okay. Sense an unsettling presence. Consider me unsettled. See, that has no casting bar or anything. punches me in the face. You can move to the next stop after killing them without waiting. Oh, okay, thanks. I feel like you have probably done this a time or two. Sounds like it. Oh, nice. I like the easy ones. I feel like I've done this one before a time or two myself. Right, I think I'm gonna let the Chocobo attack. This will probably help me. He does a lot of damage. Good old Chocobo. Oh. Chocobo regain. OP. I stunned him because I noticed he had a damage buff up, and I was like, let me just prevent that from happening. Oh, there was a fate. I should have stayed for the fate. Still not. Oh my gosh. Level 3 fate. Like, this is a level 10 fate. I mean, XP, XP. Lost my food buff again. Got 4 minutes on that, so I might as well use this one up too. Look at all the wild jackals. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be so much fun. All the big smash. Big smash. Don't walk into it, Chocobo. He heals from that. It's relatively short. All the jackals. It's the Catboy revenge on the dogs. It just makes perfect sense. Chocobo just likes making it harder on me, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I level DPS first. My first instinct is to dodge. These early levels with the 2 buttons to press, you know, so fun. I wonder if it's they're punishing me because this is my last one. That's why they're punishing me. I have every other job, at least up to 30. It's just time. Gosh, I feel like this is going so slow. I like the music for this one best, I think. I'm going the wrong way. I mean, there's level 9 out of the Beastman Fate. I put a whole bunch of stuff up on the auction board today, or the auction house or whatever. I'm glad to see that it's selling. Because who knows? Like, I bet if I just liquidated my inventory, it would be a thing. I have a lot of things in my 4 retainers. But then you never know when you need something. You never know what it is. You know, Final Fantasy is one of those things you keep forever. You keep everything. Keep it all. Ooh, Cobalt with slicing. Close guy, close guy. That'd be great. And kapow! Nope. I wish I had a ranged attack. While a big ass is cool. I mean, I tell this joke about Gil all the time, that anything you really want is not purchasable by Gil. They say it's the current, but I'm like, all the cool stuff is stuff you earn anyway. Ermagerd. I feel like there's lead quests in here too. Because I feel like I'm probably doing the wrong level lead quests. Because I should do it level 15 and then just up it. Oh, these are level 5s. Which means I could make a level 10. Still not worried about it. Consarn it. Where are we at? Is Middle Lenosa or Eastern Lenosa? I wish there was little. We're gonna go to Eastern Lenosa. It's probably higher level than Middle Lenosa. Giving it a shot. I'm looking for some fates that would be level appropriate. I mean, I guess there's a level 9 I can go do again. Once we get to level 15, we'll start doing dungeons, and then you pretty much get a level a dungeon run, so it's not that bad. Oh, right, I think I need to just gather all these up, it looks like. Can I really gather them all? Let's just... Set this to healer stance for sure. Bump. Oh, these are not even part of the fate anymore. Oops. Sean Smash! We'll kill this motherfucker with the bombs. Definitely kill the guy with the bombs first. Where is this freeze? Like, where the hell is my Chocobo is like tripping out. There we go. We fixed the Chocobo. You get one after finishing the level 15 last quest. Right? Can't blame him there. Not mad at him. Okay, and I've already used up all my rested experience points, so maybe that's why we're going so slow, I don't usually level on not rested experience points either. But I mean, like, I get 10% there, I get 10% there, and 3% there, so I mean I have 23% cooldown reduction. I mean XP buff, not cooldown reduction. I'm playing too much League of Legends. Are all these things too high? Yes, they're way too high. Way too high. So, middle Lenosa, you say? See, like, there's a quest down there that I could go do, but who knows if it's where it ends, where it leads. I don't just do this, like, stop what I'm doing to go do that quest, but it might be something that I could do along the way. But they won't give it to me, and then you have to go in the hole. I forget. Everybody in the hole. Get in the hole. Brand new ring gives you... I think I have that, don't I? Yeah, and then I have this one too. So I mean, I get 30% XP buff there, and 30%. I mean, like, damn. I should be getting a lot of extra experience points. That's kind of why I'm impressed that it's not working out. I'm like, what? All right, so at least these are level 12 things. Is there level 8, level 9, level 13? I still feel like I'm slow in these maps too. Like, do you still have to buy the routing maps to get speed? Ah, the one that I wanted ended. I'm sad about that. I guess I might as well do this one again. How many times have I done this fate today? shit. Probably should have stunned that one. Alright, back to the single-handed swipes. Could have stunned it. It was too slow. Maybe too high level fates, lower level ones, keep it back spec speed. Yeah, I'm looking for an area that has higher fates, but the other one was level 32. So I feel like I'm in like a middle area. I didn't finish my hunting log either. That's probably what I should really do, is finish my damn hunting log. Day. These are all in western, west. That's upper. I went to Eastern Thanland and it was all level 30 stuff. So I should go to western, it looks like. So at least I can finish my hunting log. Because experience points, I probably ought to look into the challenge log as well. But I go to the bathroom again. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Give me 30 seconds. I am lucky that the bathroom is like 5 feet away from me. So what time is it where you are, HK? Still staying up past the wee hours of the morning for you? Because are you a legit 12-hour difference? It would make it 12:43 a.m. there. This is just level 10. And there's fat dodos. I think I'm supposed to kill everything, right? Trying to get that wild dodo in the back there. I'm missing him. Smash, 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 smash all the buttons. Yay, level 15! It's half past midnight, 45 minutes to midnight now, so we're 11 hours difference. So at least it's not like crazy late. Out here I was thinking it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for you. I'm not usually asleep by midnight either. Or by 1 a.m. even, shit. It's only efficient on 3 or more. What's the back of my hand? AoEs are only official on 3 or more. Thanks, HK. I hope it's only 3 that I need. Nope, 4. It's always one more. Fat dodo sitting on a nest. I used to remember when Enmity Generation was hard in Final Fantasy XI. You didn't get like a stance that just gained you enmity. You had to use provoke strategically and certain abilities. Aw, man, the sleepiness is kicking in. That's fair. 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm usually starting to smoke up and nod off myself. It's usually things. I feel like I'm probably still gonna be here when you wake up. I just get the feeling. I hope I'm in Bozda by then, but I feel like I'm gonna be there. Thanks, man. Sleep well. You let them bed bugs bite. They gotta eat too. Gotta head back, get my quest. I'm half hoping not. I mean, like, I feel like it would be impressive to not, really. I mean, it's gonna take me at least 8 hours. I don't know how long I'm gonna sleep, but it should take me a while. Thanks. Ooh. That's probably my throwing thing. Need that. He has a new task for me to undertake. I see you have been diligent in your training. You need not tell me in words. It shows in your bearing, your unwavering gaze. It is time for you to once more lift your axe in service to the guild. There have been reports of sizable creature roaming around the outskirts of Aleport in western Lenosa. Good night. The monster is no Khajiit, but the threat it presents to the locals is nonetheless sufficient to warrant our attention. It should also prove worthy foe to test your burgeoning prowess. How to find this beast? Well, I am fortunate enough to count among my acquaintances a veteran hunter, an archer by the name of Renford. He took up a residence in Aleport some years ago. I will gladly aid you in his tasks. With Renford's assistance, you are to track down the prowling danger and provide its swift and bloody passage into the afterlife. May your axe swing true. I've been debating on whether I'm going to make a macro for when I get into dungeons, like, hey, streaming, Fire of Life, whatever. Sorry, I'll say it because I'm streaming, so you should follow Fire of Life 2018 in case you're following on YouTube. Go over to Twitch. If you're following on Twitch, go over to YouTube. They're the same name, don't forget it. Fire of Life 2018. But I'm thinking I'm gonna make a macro to say that I'm streaming and what I'm doing, and just stick with me, you'll be fine. Just stick with me, you'll be fine. That's all they need to know. Is to like stay close to the tank. You will be fine. I'd be like, any new healers, please make yourselves known beforehand. Alright, Aleport we go. Silver Mag, if you're in here, I'm sorry I'm eating on stream. I'm sure I'm gonna have to if I'm gonna be sitting here all day. Definitely time for a little break. Oh, whoops. Ran out without getting a quest. Just walk my big old mount in. One old Razorons, boys, are we? Why, I've known that sprat since I was knee-high to it. Well, he's always been a big old fella. Was Wizrin. And now they call him Axemaster, eh? Not a subtle lot, you marauders. So I suppose you're here to hunt down our local trouble. What you need to do then is take yourself up northwards Camp Skull and give a good whistle. The mean bugger ye after's name is Partipan. By the by, will come running against the weeded plains. He'll think you're trespassing on his territory. See, you better have your cleaver of yours. Oh, you better have that cleaver of yours ready. A Shun's blessing be upon you. Okay. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Fly around on my beautiful gold Magitech mount. It's a mount showcase as well as a level guide today. Ooh, hey look, there's some more things we have to kill. Murder! I hope it will get more fun when I have more buttons to press. I should move this over here. Oh. Trying to hurt myself, it looks like. I think moving your buttons around as you go is key. Super key. I really should learn to stun these more. I really should learn to stun these more. Can hear my hydroponics straining in the background. It makes me have to pee like literally every time. Ah! See, there wasn't even anything for me to interrupt. Don't mind me. I'm just out here killing things for no reason. You know, I guess as a marauder, that's kind of my job. There's the last one. Ooh, and some dusk bats. Gotta kill some dusk bats. Might as well do that while I'm over here. Dusk bat, how do we kill the dusk bat? I probably can't take the dark helmet. That's a level 50 monster. I am a level 15. He would probably one-shot me. What? That's nuts. I guess I have been here for 2 hours and 36 minutes already. I mean, that thing is pretty cool. That's a cool monster as well. Just the look of it is cool. Like it's a crab that's made its home in a helmet. That's probably just like a Rogadin's helmet too. Pretty fun. But I need bats. We're here to kill the bats. And then there's some hedge moles I need to kill too. They do this. They want you to explore and wander around on foot. But I think I'm probably going to see if I can gather up all 4 of these in one go. Food buff's down. Not that it does a whole lot for my damage sake, but for XP sake, that extra 3% is 3%. And I mean, I'm getting 250 plus experience points. So I mean, like, I do have a good percentage of experience points increase. It's just a lot. You need a lot of experience points for things. Ugh. I assume I got 4, right? Yeah, I got it. Oh, the killer mantises were over there. I didn't get them either. They were over there by the catchlings. It's probably 4. I feel like it's always 4. Or 3. Sometimes it's 3. So then you're like, I guess I'll just get 4 every time. We're gonna start this AoE business. Alright, level 16. We're on a roll, and all we're doing is doing our hunt logs. Look at that. But we should probably finish the quest. That's what I can always come back to this later. We're trying to maximize experience points, and to me personally, I feel like that's in dungeons. Usually you run dungeons until you're blue in the face. But you have to get level 15 for that, and then I had to get my quest for that, because you got to get all your abilities. You got to do quests as you go through. To the Marauders Guild. I have been in contact with Reinfrid. He has naught but praise for you, Green. The representation of the guild has been exemplary. There is but one more task I would have you complete this day. A task that will demonstrate for you just how strong you have become. Report to Scrapfragrum, where he awaits you on the bank of the Alagris River, and he shall help you unveil the untapped power of your axe. So I have to do a side quest for a side quest? Rude. Just rude. Side quest for a side quest, my dude. I just wish you could roll up like that in real life. That was near perfect. Hello! What up, my dude? Aye, lad! You know you're here, and after seeing this big old boulder, I'd wager you know why you're here, too. Now, my rock's a bit more of a challenge than those pebbles Rogadin had you training on. To crack this beauty, it'll require a relatively heavy swing. Impossible, you say? Ha! Wazerim wouldn't have sent you out here if he didn't think you capable. So it wants me to beat up a rock. Oh, it's up here. Heavy swing. Wow. Ha! Would you look at that? And on your first attempt, too. Well, I guess it's back to the Axe Master for you. Really? Really? Really, Final Fantasy? You made me come out here and smack an axe? Really, Final Fantasy? There's a definite reason I put this off to the last one. Okay, okay, thanks. I knew this would be a thing. Because Marauder's one of the first ones, like Warrior came. It was like Warrior, White Mage, and Bard, I think. They were like the first ones. I remember playing an Archer back in the day in 1 point, actually not 0.1. I played the alpha version. I knew you would return before long, and the deafening crack of shattering boulder reached me even here. Wow. I feel like people were probably scared. This feat of strength deserves recognition, and you shall have it in the form of a new technique, adopted and perfected by our guild forebearers. The tomahawk throw was first devised by pirates as an opening attack or closing enemy vessels. Though we primarily focus on close quarter combat, we will no doubt find having a powerful ranged strike at your disposal greatly expands your tactical versatility. I sense that impending confrontation with Kinjong weighs heavily on your mind, Green, but hurried swings lead to glancing blows. There is no swift road to attend the peak of mastery you seek, only a steadied, measured ascent. I wish there was like a... Like, I know it's level 10, but, like... It doesn't really matter this level anyway. Really. Usually the chess pieces are the best investment. And I know that chess piece is level 10, so it's gonna be an upgrade, but... Those yellow pants, man. And the way the cod piece just draws your attention. And the perfect little tail hole. I mean, bunny boys are adorable. I mean, cat boys are adorable. Can't wait to have a bunny boy. Like, just for the record, I'm gonna definitely make a bunny boy. Like, I saved my original Fantasia in anticipation of that fact. Like, thing that I am gonna do. So now we're stuck until we go to level 16. I mean, probably level 20, but I want to see how this works. And I can start queuing for dungeons now. Ooh, and I can even skip Stastasha! Yay! I mean, I don't know if Tom Tired Decrop is any really better, but here we go. Actually, I would like to do this, just this thing. I could also do the leveling roulette, which would be one of the other. Oh, holy. Here we go again. I think this is the one with the... No, I think we're going to go down the other, right? Oh shit, I forgot to turn on my tank stance. I really don't like the cone. Really don't like the cone. Really don't like this cone. There was a reason I chose Warrior last. I think it was the cone. The whole cone the whole time, just saying. I really need to move my thing to this side. Can't see the ones at the bottom, which are usually the ones that are not red. Alright, for the leveling. Apparently this is not even going to be a thing. Like, you're not going to get experience points from mobs in the dungeons anymore. It's only going to be from the boss. So I'm kind of glad I'm doing this now, too. For that sake. I kind of also want to build a macro for like, hey, I'm streaming this, doing a challenge, tanking tips. You see that ninja was like, what? Choppity chop chop chop. Like something that's like, oh hey, if you're a new healer, please let me know. Feel free. DPS need not apply. I might should have waited for cooldowns. Sorry. As I said that and then died. I almost died again. Why? Why? Ninja double jump. Tank stance again, huh? Oh, I just turned it off? I think I just turned it off. I just turned it off. Like, what the? It's okay. At least it's a long cone. This is definitely one of the more thrilling aspects of Warrior. For sure. probably should be looking at this. If it says need, I'm gonna need roll it. Oh hey Bat Coaster, what up? You just saw me die a lot, like that happened. Definitely died a lot. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 57 minutes, and I'm at level 17. So, I mean, like, we got the first 10 in an hour. So, that's level 18. I mean, we're kind of getting there. I now have this useless ability, Interject. Oh wait, do you have like, is that like a static emote thing you have set up? I feel like it's like a string of emotes I see from you a lot. And it's going. It's pretty dull. But I mean, like, I knew Warrior would be. Kind of why I'm like, we're doing this for the job. We're doing this for the stream, bro. I've already seen more people today than I have all week, like, of regular followers, so... Smashing all the buttons. What are you up to do today, Mr. Coaster? Wanna come in and power level some shit? I probably could have used the power level from like 10 to 15. 10 to 15 was the worst. I feel like I remember that being the same thing about Monk. The worst? I really hate this cone. Oh my god, it's the worst. Love the guy casting Blizzard. I don't know how we're getting... Black Mage is fun, isn't it? Black Mage is fun. I was like, I'm not gonna die again. It's a good thing death really has no meaning, I guess, here. Like, I mean, you lose some gear durability, but most of this gear is gonna be trashed anyway. I have not bought any new gear. I think that's just... I need to make a macro for this before I do the next dungeon about something like if you need coffer runes or if you're new and need me to slow down, please speak up. I think we still have to go do another thing. Not as long as all that, I guess. Why am I getting all the shit? It's alright, I can turn it in for free company seals. We'll be fine. So I need to buy some more of those provisioning manuals anyway. Nice. I really want to have it be like, as long as the healer keeps me alive, I will keep everyone else safe. I'm the literal meat shield. Literal shield of meat. Granted, catboy meat's not that, like, appealing to most people, but, you know, apparently the jackals like it. Press the buttons, press the buttons, press the buttons. I only have 2. Trust me, it gets better. So this is like being early gay. You have limited tools. Later in life, you get a lot of tools, and it makes it way cooler. I guess in gay world, your tools are sexual expression and freedom to be who you are and discovery. That's not my only thought process. No, kill it! We'll let the rogue get... Are they all watching the cutscene? Like, they're probably all watching the cutscene. Yep. Oh, I guess the healer's not there. secret button. Oh, he's figured it out. He's figured it out. Oh, it's so close. Be like, they can have all that stuff. Thanks. I'll check to make sure I don't have any like new things. Oh, I have tons of new things I can level up. Look at that. Now it looks so cool. I even have on shades. That must have just been around for something. I was like, oh, I mean, I could glamour the whole thing if I felt like it. Because, you know, I'm that guy. Could totally. I think I have like a glamour plate set up. I don't have a cool axe, though. But all this is like level 1 stuff. Except the pants. There we go. Now I look like a true cat boy. Endless summer tops with the gloves. I love the gloves though. They're nice. They're a nice touch. They're a nice touch. Okay. So the next level dungeon would be Copperbell, but I am going to go to the bathroom before I queue for this, because you know they're insta queues. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. 30-second breaks. This is your friendly reminder to wash your hands for 20 seconds with hot soapy water. Make sure you get it under your fingernails and in between the crevices. Not because coronavirus is, because people are gross in general, so you should wash your hands. Thanks. We've been gross for 100 years. We knew this. It's not a surprise. Whew. So, I also need to change a few things. Before I do this, remember we said we were going to move around my HUD a little bit. Because I need this enmity list to be over here. That way it'll pop up over here and it won't get hidden by my tooltip. Even though I think the tooltips are a little crazy, I wish I could kind of get rid of those. but I've played with them without them, and I need them. I mean, like, maybe I should work on the delay. I don't know. That's probably not something I should be doing on stream. Nor when I'm trying to reach 80 levels in a single day. Should probably work on that. So we said we were going to make a macro about... Because, you know, I can't type anything. In user macros, there it is. Oh look, I've not done any of those. I'm going to put it right there. I should probably put it next to my tank stance. Actually. So I'm gonna just retype it. Well met. Hi. I'm live streaming a 0 to I should probably put it 1 to 80 warrior in a single day challenge. I can't spell anything. CH. Wow, I should probably not even be doing this on this, you know, like, so people can see how bad my spelling is. Mention I should do it on spell check. In a single day challenge. If you are new to this dungeon, please I was gonna say, if you're new to this dungeon, please ask me to slow down if I go too fast. This is a double O. Too fast. See, I'm like, why is it wrong? Because I'm English challenged. Otherwise, just keep up till I stop. Running, then use all the buttons. I probably should have some kind of spaces in that. Live streaming. Twitch.tv of live 2018. A 0 to warrior in a single day challenge. If you are new to this dungeon, please ask me to slow down if I go too fast. Otherwise, keep up till I stop running. Then use all of the things. So I don't know if it works yet. Does it work? Because there are no party members. This is not. This is set in a free company. If I just change it to free company mode and try it again. It's not really working out. Maybe I just have to. If I. It's because there's a. Is it because there's a gap? Like it's because there's a gap. It's still not really working out. Maybe there has to be a wait. Say message was not heard. You must wait before using tell. Say shout again. I think I have to do something else. But I think that means it works, right? I'm live streaming. If you're new to this dungeon, please ask me to slow down if I go too fast. Otherwise, keep up till I stop running, then use all of the things. And I kind of want to put another, like a cheer at the end. Wait. 1. Cheer. Then wait. 1. Ready check. It's like 5. Ah, you can only do it in a ready check. Oops. Okay, so it works. Whoa. I don't even know if there's anybody on. Like, one person and she's AFK. Okay, so we now have a macro. We've changed the thing. Tank status is still on. So I think we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see if it works. We're doing Copperbell Mines, join. See how that's like instant? That's why I chose to do this challenge on live stream as a warrior. I feel like there's no way you could do it as a DPS. Just no way. I messed it up. Don't know if I want to use it for that. Nice. And then Copperbell Mines is not the best one for this particular like run challenge. Oh, so this is what we're doing. Oh, he's just gonna run all the way through because you can. Like, it's what we're doing. Got it. Gotta keep in mind the people behind you. Gotta look out for the peeps behind you. And he's just like, we're moving on. I like it. I like it. I wasn't gonna say this at first, but he's definitely faster than me. Like, I'm like, are you faster than me? I feel like he's faster than me. It's one of those you gotta run to the next room. I feel like it's one of those you gotta run to the next room. Done. Son. Maybe this is the challenge here. I feel like I would have done that if I had known the party. But I don't know who's good. He was brave. So brave. He's not new. Wait. Tapping tab, tab one, tab one, tab one. Tom Hack throw from way back. I should have leveled Paladin first, then I could at least been like, it's my last tank to level, but I haven't leveled the Gunbreaker yet either. At least it's unlocked. And I actually played him a little bit, so I know what Gunbreaker's about. But this is the last one I had that it was at level 0. Last one I have not played. This is the first time I've ever played Warrior today. Nobody cares about the loot. Oh, I say that, and then there's... I swear to God, this ninja's faster than me. Did she already get both? These things take for fucking ever to kill. Can we run past these? There's 3 levels in this dungeon. That was super nice. Still going. Don't know if this was the best place to stop, really. Pressing all the buttons. All the buttons. He does not care about my aggro. He does not care. Does not care. But luckily, boss is rather squishy. The squishiest. He should probably use a limit break, but he ain't paying attention for that. She's definitely getting my... Pass. Pass and pass. Yeah, I should have done a farewell. Yay! 2 commendations! Maybe I'll get my 1,000 commendations on this one too. But now I have quests to do! 4 levels in, like that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Catching up now. We got 22 levels in 3.5 hours. What's that work out to math-wise, stream? Axemaster Warzone requires your assistance with a troubling development. Seems like I'm doing all the work around here. Green, there's trouble afoot. Do you recall the lad whose parents were slain by the beast? Yep. The boy's grandfather, Nerdard, but recently contacted us with worrisome news that young Sigurd has gone missing. There have been sightings of Kajana in the area, and it would seem that the child felt compelled to seek the creature out. As you are familiar with the boy, it's a tragic tale. I would have you attend to his matter. My sister Swab waits for the Bismarck. She is apprised of the situation and will aid you in plotting a suitable course of action. I feel like if it were me and I was that kid, I would probably just poison it. That would be what I would do. I would find out what it likes to eat, and then I would put some of that with some poison out in the area that I knew it to be, and murder it, slowly in the quiet from a distance. Let it be known. See, this is why I hate Limsa. Like, why did I have to go downstairs to go upstairs, to go downstairs, to go upstairs, to a balcony? Just saying. Ah, Grim. I assume you're here to discuss a missing child, and not a simple bowl of mutton stew. First things first, I would advise against rushing off to peer under every rock in the countryside. We need more information to direct our search. I suggest we head to the Red Rooster Stead and learn what more we can from old Nedard. Of course you do. course you do. We can't just be like, where's the thing? We know that's where the thing, we know that's where he's gonna be, so we should be there. So the upper decks, so I don't know which one this is. Because it's in the aft castle, so they definitely want me to just walk out this one. Be closest. Gosh, at this point, I feel like... I don't think it's his effort. Red Rooster Stead. Ugh. This would just tell me. Tempest Gate is what this is. There it is. Tempest Gate. Yay! I'm not too special. Was that her music that was playing next to me? I kind of feel like the Gazelle is faster on the land. Just saying. Feels faster to me than flying. I want to say she's being weird, but she is like, fighting on the road. Just follow traffic laws, lady. Of course, we took the long way round, down by the Whiskey Fort away. And I sure could like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When I'm gone. But surely you know the old lad's feeling. Bows are feeling murderous beast. At this time you call against, strike, yelling, blah blah blah, take advantage, draft little bugger. Any road. Once Kajay had been spotted near airport, Y shot through the door like a bolt from an arrow. I beg of ye, find little Snigard afore he gets himself stomped to death. That big bastard Enchok's liable to enough to kinsman's blood. She's like, oh, we should go rescue him. Of course it's clear. We set out for airport at once. An old acquaintance of mine often stands guard at the port gates. He might know something of the lad's whereabouts. So we can't just go kill the thing. I feel like we should go kill the thing, but that, that's just me, I guess. Airport we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to airport we go. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. I still haven't woken up yet. Oh, this is a good one. Short walk, too. Have you seen a boy wandering about by himself? As a matter of fact, me and my fellow guard were just watching a young lad traipsing off to the north. We were arguing whether or not to abandon our post and bring the child back ourselves. Large pack of jackals have been prowling the wilds of late, so if you mean to head after him, pray do so quickly. Hells, he might even pass along the word to Marauders Guild. You'll be better off with an extra blade or two at your back. I think we'll be okay. I'm not scared. And he didn't go very far until he lost his water skin. Like, I feel like you can see the Great Guards in the distance. Like, they must have a very limited patrol, because that guy's right there, and they're not gonna kill him either. Like, you feel like they would go kill that guy, but what else? Cattle tyrants. And then he lost a satchel over here. This seems awkward. Where's all his stuff? You know, it'd be cool if you could get their AoEs to hit the other animals, and then the animals would attack. Because that's what happened if I used my AoEs. Because they would attack me. I don't know why it's not fair that the other animals get to use AoEs and don't get attacked. And I thought we were hiding after his satchels. Oh, hey, look. There's a little cutscene area. Have I leveled up enough that I should put some more gear on? Probably. Oh, I just have to go into battle with this crazy. Gonna be a cutscene. He must have been in desperate hurry indeed to cast away his belongings in such a careless manner. I myself came across his wood axe, the tool the lad took from the stead, perhaps? God's below, Green. Over there! Let's find out what's over there! I bet it's gonna be the big Antrox thing. There were jackals. Green? So nice of the wolves to like wait for us to finish the cutscene. What, he like ran to exhaustion? I think we have this under control. Like, that's a pretty nice... Like, there's more pack jackals? Oh, there's more pack jackals. There be more! Should give me stone skin or something? Is that what happened? Nice. I will say that this seems much more satisfying. It seems like it does more damage than all the swingy round ones. I will say that. Well, that was literally the end of my duty. Step aside. Right? I want his axe. Although, I want to be like, we had this well under control. Well under control. He breathed yet. Like, maybe you should put him down and deal with that. We withdraw to the Red Rooster stead. Follow my lead, Green. They're really building up to this, battle. So wait, where the hell am I now? Oh, we're back in Aleport. I was like, what? And I need this one to... While I know, not the quickest way, it is the simplest way. The load screens, I find, don't make for great television. This way, I can just put it on autofly. Not the gold one this time. Take a little smoke break. Take a little food break. You know, these kind of things while we get to listen to cute Final Fantasy music. He's inside, if I remember correctly. Excuse me. Too many things going on in my hands. Knittered. You brought him home. I don't got the words to thank ye. How about thank ye? Good words, usually simple words. Thank ye. Lad's past the worst of it. He struck his head in the fall, though, and it may be some time before he opens his eyes. Thank you for coming, brother. If you hadn't scouted those jackals when you did. I have done naught to earn your thanks. When I learned of the situation from Aleport, I realized the danger were greater than I had anticipated. No single marauder could have hoped to fend off such numbers in time. There were two of us. We were not single. Pray accept my apologies, Niddard. You turned to us for help, and yet your grandson now lies before you, broken and battered. You risk your lives to save little Sigurd. Owns a man to find fault with that. And me, who ought to be begging forgiveness for the wounds you took protecting my foolish boy. You needn't concern yourself with our well-being. Our training prepares us for such eventualities. There is not more than we can accomplish here, Green. It is time we return to the guild and focused on other tasks. So, to the guild! Mensa la mensa! To the guild! I should put like a big marauder signal in the sky. To the guild! It's a Batman reference. I don't know if Batcaster's still here, but references. To the guild! We're getting there. We're getting there. We made good progress in the last hour. I guess I'm going to choose the helmet. Alright, so this one can't be done probably until 25. Yeah, until 25. So I need to do another dungeon, but I think I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to turn off the stream, go eat some dinner, and then come back and finish this on the high note for the rest of the evening. But it's been 4 hours, so I feel like it's a good place to take a break. So I will do that, and I should just do this. Okay, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. If you'd like to continue the rest of the journey, I'm also going to upload all this stuff over to YouTube. So make sure you've subscribed to that. Hit the little bell to get all the little notifications and things. I really need to grow the YouTube side of this. I only have like 12 followers over there. So if you follow me on Twitch, please follow me on YouTube as well. And then we can get all these things on demand and not have to wait for my time schedule. Alright, so I'll see you next time.